Welcome to this version of the Trail Stop stream. I'm Marty, also known as PDawgKnight on the internet, and this is Lady Boomer's shoulder, and Matt the bartender's here. So we're doing our normal Saturday morning random stream of consciousness.
Oh, it looked like he had a growth on his face.
Although,
but it's his mic.
Who?
That guy over there.
Oh.
It looked like he had when he was standing still, it looked like he had a growth on his face.
Okay, so anyways,
so feisty. Oh.
We're watching college football and talking about random stuff. Although,
hey, Kessler,
I got into an interesting argument on Twitter today. We may talk about that a little bit regarding the insurrection.
Stop it!
Stop what? Good morning. Good morning, by the way, Renee Mayette, aka Let's Go Brandon. Also, good morning, Kessler, Mike Savage, Blarg, and Lady Boomer, this is her shoulder.
And how come? I don't understand this.
So she doesn't understand why the chat doesn't tell her
that there's more people. That's not true.
Well, I know there's more than 2 people, but I don't know why it does that. That's a YouTube thing. Hello, Simic Magic. How you doing? Happy Halloween.
Hi, Simic Magic.
So we're at Trail Stop. I got my Bloody Mary. She has her mimosa. And Matt's working hard to keep all the customers happy.
Like he always does.
We'll be here for a couple hours today. We'll have some...
You made him laugh.
We'll have some breakfast and talk about random shit. Pretty much. Please feel free to tell us a joke, tell us something to talk about, ask your questions.
Talk about how
and today we're talking about.
Scammed.
Well, we are going to talk about selling shit on Facebook and Craigslist because that's one of the reasons why I have to end by 1 o'clock our time today. Because I have to go meet someone who's going to buy one of my couches. So.
Okay, now why do you have that circle thing again?
I don't know. Is it working? Is it working there?
Yeah.
That's all I care about. I have no idea why it's doing that. It may have something to do with the Xfinity internet that I'm using instead of the Wi-Fi in here. I have no idea. But as long as we're going. By the way, if somebody be so kind to tweet out this show, I forgot to do it this morning because I was too busy arguing with somebody on Twitter, or several people on Twitter. And
oh, do tell. I haven't heard this story.
Well, no, they were talking about this so-called insurrection on January 6th.
Oh gosh.
Which is really just a riot. Of people who got a little too fired up and decided to do some stupid shit. But an insurrection would have been, or a coup attempt, someone called it a coup attempt. Joe Lockhart, Democratic strategist, was talking about a coup attempt and why people are trying to, attempt a coup. No, they were protesting, thinking that there's election fraud. Some of them got a little out of hand and started rioting and entered the building. Most of them were respectful to the building itself when they got inside, although they did break some stuff and they stole a podium and Nancy Pelosi's laptop. They got into some offices and moved some papers around, and then they all left on their own accord. Now they're all being arrested and prosecuted, which is fine. They should be. But the idea that this was a coup or an insurrection attempt is ridiculous on its face. And when you compare it to other events that turn into riots, it's funny because I was mentioning, when you compare to other similar events over the last few years or of the time, someone said, that comment about other similar events, obviously the Black Lives Matter protests and things like that, you showed your ass. I'm like, well, no. You can compare it to a lot of similar events. You can compare it to riots after a team in a city wins a major sporting event. You can compare it to riots that happen on campus during giant party events, like that used to happen at Iowa State during their what they call Visha celebration. You can compare it to any number of riots. It doesn't have to be the Black Lives Matter, but again, when you compare it to those events where there was billions with a B dollars in damage in multiple cities and multiple blocks, places burned down and shit like that, you can compare that to the Capitol protest, or even the attempted breach of the White House in 2018, where where 60 Secret Service agents were injured. It's similar events. You can compare the events and determine whether or not this is an insurrection. There was no organization. They didn't have weapons. They didn't have a plan. They didn't make demands once they got inside. They didn't attempt to take over any function of government whatsoever. They left the building eventually after several hours in the building. And the function of government went on, and there was a peaceful transfer of power on January 20th. And someone, Joe Walsh, that idiot, tweeted something about Donald Trump refused a peaceful transfer of power in 2020 for the first time in history. Well, first of all, the transfer of power doesn't happen in 2020. The election happens in 2020. The transfer of power happens January 20th. And did that happen? Yes, it did. So the idea of calling that not being a peaceful transfer of power is ridiculous on its face. Good morning, K-Show. So anyway, don't normally talk politics during the trail stop stream.
I know, because I just fell the fuck asleep.
But that's what my little argument this morning on Twitter was. What I really want to talk about today is the attempt to sell shit on Craigslist and Facebook. So anyway, yeah, let's talk about the scammer. You want to hear about the scammer? Let's talk about the scammer. So, I've never used Facebook Marketplace before. Never have. And so I was selling. What was the first thing I sold? Oh, I was selling a bed, a queen size bed frame, full frame and whatnot, headboard and footboard. And so I put it on Craigslist. I put it on for pretty cheap because I just wanted to sell it. I'm trying to there's certain things in my garage I just need to get rid of because I'm not going to do any work on them anyway. And so I put this bed on Facebook Marketplace. Never used it before. First time ever putting something on Facebook Marketplace. And the very first inquiry I got back said, I think the exact quote was, "I want to buy it." And so I replied, and it comes through Facebook Messenger, which is great because you don't have to use your personal phone or anything like that. So they said, "I want to buy it." And so I replied something to the effect is, "Yes, well, when do you want to come see it? When do you want to come get it?" And they said, "Well, no, first I need to verify that you're real, that this is a real ad, and I'm going to send you a code from Facebook to determine if you're a real person." And I'm like, well, why would you? I think my answer was, well, I assure you I am a real person. In fact, here, I will spell something wrong. And the word something was spelled SOMETIHNG. Okay? Obviously, a real person is going to spell, he's not going to spell that wrong. Or a fake is not going to spell that wrong. He said, "No, but I still need to get a code from you. You need to send me a code. I'm going to send you something to get a code to prove that this is real." And I'm like, and just let me know when you get the code. So all of a sudden, I get a text on my phone because I'd given the phone number I said text me or call me if you want to do this, and I'm not going to do that anymore. But anyway, so I get one of those Google OTP codes, when you sign into something on Google and it asks you for a third party, like a second level verification. And I'm looking at this, and so I'm like, okay, something wrong here. So I text through Messenger back. I said, okay, I got the code. Now what? Well, said, I need you to give me the code. And I said, "Hey, Matt." Well, I'm not going to give you the code. Why would I told you that I got it. Oh, okay. And they go, "Well, why not?"
Oh, hi.
And I said, and I texted back, because you're a scammer. Didn't hear boo from them since.
What's going on? How you doing, man? Hey.
I wanted to buy the one you had.
Yeah, you guys too. Hey, what's up, dude? Good, man. How are you?
I'm saying hi to friends here.
No.
Oh, nice surprise. Yeah, no doubt. How you guys been?
I just wanted to buy one that you had. I know you tapped out already, so.
Come on, 7-1.
Okay, there's
Number one seed.
we're not going to talk to Dean anymore because he's a Packer fan.
Yeah, right?
I think it's the whole family too, isn't it?
Oh, it
God.
is.
Oh God, that's just embarrassing.
You think that's bad? You think that's bad? You should have seen Halloween last night.
Okay.
You can't make this shit up, right?
That's funny.
You might use that.
Good to see you guys. We're just chatting with, some of our friends from Australia, Canada, and Chicago.
Oh yeah, I'm live streaming right here.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool.
That's my friend. Say hi to Dean.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy. We're going to be right over here.
All right. So anyway, my last communication was, I'm not going to send it to you. Or they said, I said, I'm not going to send it to you. They go, why? Why not? And I said, because you're a scammer. Didn't hear from them again.
Crickets.
Nothing. But,
Thank you, sir.
and I said, but also the other thing too though, I figured out if you price something well on Facebook Marketplace, it will go very fast. Or if you underprice something, it'll go very fast. Because I had 37 inquiries in the first 15 minutes on that bed. So I know people want beds. So if I see beds,
Well, why don't they want the sleigh head?
I can put it on you.
Oh.
I'm putting things on one at a time so I can see
So you can
how
deal
they
with
sell.
them. Oh,
Well,
sure,
no,
sure.
see how they sell.
Oh. Give
So
you an idea of what to...
I'll definitely put the sleigh bed on for more.
God, that's a beautiful sleigh bed, too.
But also I know what things sell quickly. God,
Yeah.
I mean, if
Oh, thank you.
I see bed frames that look nice, I'll pick them up and put them on right away and sell them.
No, I think that's
You
great.
know, and couches too. Obviously, this couch I've gotten tons of. I put it on late.
Oh, the couch that you got us, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
that's
yeah.
so nice.
The couch that
I
we
think
got.
we showed you last week or the week before, maybe, what it looked like. It's nice. It's comfortable, but it squeaks when I sit on my big fat ass on it.
Well, squeaks. Okay. Oh well. It's a nice
Well, I
couch.
have to sit on a different cushion. I
Is it a
guess.
better couch than we had?
Oh yeah.
You know, the couch we got on Craigslist for free is beautiful. Beautiful wooden
beautiful.
frame and really comfortable. It's a nice couch. Well, and the chairs I got too. I'm
I
basically.
know we have to Scotch card those. Clean them and Scotch card.
I think she has. She did already. They're Scotch guard. I want to touch up the frames a little bit though.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, we've basically refurnished one whole room with stuff we got for free at Craigslist,
I know.
and then I'm selling the rest of the stuff I got. So, is it still stuck on there? Okay, I'm just making sure that people haven't been talking. So anyway,
So.
just a roll call. Let Lady Boomer know where you're from, because she's.
I know, and I have to
She
write
always wants
this
to
shit
know.
down so I can remember because
She'll-
I'm old and I don't remember. I don't remember these things.
Also, I want to make sure that you can hear me okay. That would be good to know. I'm assuming you are because I have the microphone connected this time. So,
Where are you from? Where are you at? I am feeling super feisty today. It was kind of like I was feeling about that restaurant that my mom and I went to yesterday.
Oh, gosh.
Dear gosh.
well, that's right. Kevin's from South Dakota.
Apparently, we're supposed to
All right, I have to write this
Watertown.
down.
She's gonna write it
I
down.
have to write it down. South Dakota, right?
it says right there, Watertown, South Dakota.
Oh, perfect.
I've been to Watertown.
I have too. You know when I was?
What was that? On
When
your
I
van
was
trip?
in band. And we did that trip to the Calgary Stampede to march in the parade. Lane High School took second. The school from California took first, and we happened to be cohabitating in a school.
Right?
Yep.
I'm losing people.
So that. All right.
I think that's it. I think everyone else left. Or they're watching in the background.
What's that?
Or they're listening in the background.
Listening what?
Because like sometimes Renee just wants it on so that I get the views.
I have no idea
didn't
what you're
understand.
talking about. What did you just...
I'm like, well, only one person has responded, meaning some of them are just lurking.
Oh. I lurk. I'm a lurker.
Yeah.
That's what I do on TikTok.
Check your logic. What's happening?
Oh, hey, check your logic.
A
Nice to
dose
see ya.
of Buckley's new video is cringe. I don't know who a dose of Buckley is. Maybe I'll look that up later.
Maybe I'll look it up right now.
But welcome, Check Your Logic.
A dose of Buckley's.
What's in a video about Check Your Logic? Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's you who jumped out. I'm like, how did I lose somebody already?
I didn't jump out. Right there.
Oh. But if you go to a dose of Buckley, you will come out.
A Canadian YouTuber from London, Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
Anger towards general society and his ability to be comedic simultaneously. I'm gonna have to watch this.
Apparently they have a new video.
I got you. See, you're back.
Okay.
Oh, we totally can. We don't have a whole lot of fucking firewood.
So I thought that was maybe a new. Now, how come it only? How come it's only this?
Because there's only 4 people watching.
Well, where the hell are people?
I don't know. Well, there might be more, but I don't know. We did the roll call. We know Kessler and Check Your Logic are here.
Okay, so we know that.
And I know that, and you're 3. And Renee Mayette's probably lurking because she just puts it on because she's being very kind to me. And that's about it. It's kind of weird.
No, I'm not used to just.
Slow
But you know
news.
what?
Slow news day.
I just like when our friends come and hang out with us. Anyway,
That is good.
I feel like ranting.
About what?
Having an inside window or an open window to the break room of a restaurant I was at.
Oh yeah, she had a bad restaurant experience yesterday, and it's in a restaurant
And
where.
multiple.
Well, the first time we went there, we had a bad experience too because
The fish was cold. The bartender was
was
non-attentive.
not very good at his job. It's weird. So at this place, I'll tell you about the first time we went there. I'll let her tell you about the second time. So we go to this place. It's a new place right near my mother-in-law's house, and we go in and we sit at the bar. And the bartender comes up and gives us menus, and then walks away. Basically, didn't even say anything to
No,
us.
he
He
didn't
didn't say a word to us. Just handed us some menus. And yeah, normally, and this guy was really lacking personality. And so we thought, okay, is it just us? But as we watch him at the bar, everyone who sat at the bar, he would hand them a menu, say hi, or either he'd say hi or say nothing. He'd hand them a menu, and then he'd walk away without asking if they wanted something to drink. Not even water.
Not even water, nothing.
Nothing. Just hand them a menu and whatever. And then, and so we didn't say anything. I was thinking.
It was their first night open.
It was
Super busy. We didn't have a reservation, so we sat at the bar.
Yeah.
So giving them a little, okay, well.
Yeah. So it must have been at least 5 minutes before he came back to us, and finally I think he said something about, do you want to order? I said, well, can we get some drinks first? Now I was a bartender for many years. I've been in hospitality. I had 20 years of hospitality experience, more than that. now that I'm back in the business a little bit. And I'm thinking the first thing you would even ask if you're a bartender, especially if you want to make money as a bartender, well, you got to sell some booze or something. And that'd be the first thing out of my mouth. Hey, man, if you want to charge tap beers, we got this on tap. You got to, you want a margarita, Jack Daniels, whatever, something. Because you want people drinking, and then when they're drinking slow, you want to, if the drink's 2/3 of the way empty, you're like, okay, are you ready for another one? Could I get you another one? Like, would you like something different? Blah, blah, blah. But this guy didn't ask us for like 5 minutes, even if we wanted a drink.
More than that.
And then he makes the drinks. I'm watching him make drinks, and I, being the professional bartender for many years, know how drinks should be made. And some he did okay, and some are like, I'm like, what are you doing with that? I mean, why are you doing that? Anyway, so we get our dinner, and it wasn't perfect. It wasn't very good. It was okay. Mine was okay. I just had a sandwich. You had fish. The fish was cold. How it could be cold, hot, because at the time it wasn't as busy.
No, it wasn't.
We got it later.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, whatever. And this guy never offered another drink. And then I'm watching him walk around the bar, and he never offers people drinks. He doesn't clear glasses. He doesn't do anything. So I'm just figuring he doesn't have any idea what he's doing. Now, but we go and they pay for a meal and leave. Well, Lady Boomer takes her mom there yesterday, and you tell your story because it was.
Oh. Well, my mom and I went back for lunch one time, and we had a really good server, and the food was decent. But we went back yesterday, and we were seated in the bar in a 2-person booth, and I was seated so that I could look, or I could view the kitchen. Like, it's all open, and you can see right into the kitchen. And there's sort of like a foyer sort of kind of thing before you get to like the actual, you can see the food prep area, and there's like this space in between. And there were 5 servers, all women. Well, they appeared to be women, let me put it that way. And then there were 2 at the desk at the front, where people come in. One person was on a phone, and the other person had their back to the door. Well, a woman and a man walked in. They were not together. And neither of the 2 at the front addressed, because one was on the phone. The guy was on a phone, so he was probably taking an order or something. But the other gal never even turned around. And so a different server had come around the corner and looked and saw this guy standing there, and she addressed him and said, "Well, we're not serving food, only appetizers between 3 and 4." And he said, "Well, I want to go someplace and have a meal." So he turned around and walked out. She never addressed the woman that had come in after him. She just went back to the little pre-break room, I call it, and I made eye contact with the woman at the door, and we both looked at each other, and I shrugged my shoulders and went, "What? I don't know what just happened." And she's like, "Why? Okay, I don't know what just happened," but she patiently stood there and waited. And the guy was still on the phone. The girl with her back to the door didn't even turn around at all and just walked away from the desk. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm watching 5 servers who have there's a glass wall. They have a clear view of the door. 5 servers. 2 of them are on their phone. The other 3 are laughing and giggling and talking about the party that they're getting ready to go to, on Saturday night or whatever. And 2 of them looked up and saw the woman standing at the door, and nobody moved. Nobody did a thing. But then one girl went over to a guy who was filling like sugar packets and creamers and all that into these little holders. And she's like, and she points to the door. And he shakes his head and he goes, "No, that's not my job." And I can read his lips. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's everybody's job to greet people at the door, by the way. In any restaurant, no matter if you see people at the door and they're not being greeted, you greet them.
I look at the woman at the door again, and I'm like, I have what is going on here? I have no idea what's going on here. But they're laughing. You can hear them laughing, these girls laughing hysterically.
That's fine.
And I'm getting kind of pissed. Like, I want to go and grab a menu, and I want to seat the woman. Okay, that's where I'm at. And the woman's patience was unbelievable. I would never have been that patient. And
I'd have been like, hey, is there a manager in here?
Then we get to the manager. So this whole situation resolves, right? And my mom and I are still drinking margaritas and you know, my faux filter, because I don't have one anyway, but sometimes I pretend to have one. Yeah, that's completely gone. And I'm ready to go and have a confrontation. But of course, you know, I'm older now, so I'm able to quell some of those feelings. And I go, you know what? I was telling my mom, I said, the manager actually went to seat people. The woman actually did get seated, by the way, eventually. But now we're sitting there a little while longer. Now the manager, he's going to go and seat a couple. And the couple, they walk right past us, and the couple said, so how's your day going? And the manager goes, oh, I'm so exhausted. What in the actual fuck? So now I'm actually, and this is a brand new restaurant, you guys. And I was telling my mom, I said, you know what? If you're a warm body, have a heartbeat, and you're breathing, you can have a job. That's what it's boiled down to in so many industries. Oh my God, and they charge you, like for a drink this size, for a margarita, $10. Yeah, $10. And you get shit service. My bartender, okay, when I first went up, when we first sat down, the bartender came and he said, what are you gonna have? I said, well, we're gonna have a margarita. So he makes us this $10, you know, little short margarita. It was fine. And I thought, you know, this is the same bartender we had the first time we were there.
No personality whatsoever.
No personality, doesn't smile, doesn't. So I go up to him and I said, wow, this was a really good margarita. And what he says to me, well, I can't make any money, or I don't make any money serving water. I was like, oh, I'm bitching again.
Not about you, though.
Not about you, but this bartender at this other place. And I was like,
well,
I'm just trying to make nice. I'm trying to like.
This is the same bartender who doesn't even ask if you want to drink normally. And
he never came back. I had to go back up to the bar to get my drinks refilled. He never once came back.
Yeah.
I had to go to the bar when I was ready.
And clearly,
never offered us water.
Clearly, you weren't drinking water, so what the fuck is he saying that for?
Right?
Like, what the hell?
Well, I can't make any
Hey, Wikipedia Snippet, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, you weren't drinking water, so why is he bitching to you about that?
You know what? Fuck him.
And why is he bitching to you anyway? Period.
And why is the manager saying to customers, I'm so exhausted?
Yeah, I know. Unless you know the manager. Like, if Marilyn said that to us, well, we know Marilyn.
That's different.
No, that's a completely different. But no, it's
yeah.
Well,
restaurant
that you don't
when
know
you start out, welcome to such and such, you know, welcome to this establishment. I don't think he knew him.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, wow.
That's crazy.
So now I think we need to turn it into a McDonald's.
It'd probably work better. All right, I'll be right back.
Wikipedia Snippet, how you doing? Oh, I'm looking at some stuff here.
I've been there like.
How rude! How rude! No, it was, and the more margaritas I had, the closer I was to like confronting the staff and saying, why don't you get the fuck to work? And so instead I took my mom home, which was right across the parking lot. So this restaurant is in it's like the first floor of a brand new apartment building, okay? And my mom lives in a senior living apartment building across the parking lot. And my mom was so pissed when they built this thing because she said she called it the Titanic because it just ruined the view of so many things. So she was kind of bitter about it, but you know what? It's close. And my mom, you know, she's only 80, but she's probably 90 physically.
Yeah, yeah.
And so.
By the way,
so
give us
it's
this
close.
day our daily pickled green bean. Just saying.
Is it the spicy one?
Yes.
I love it. It's good.
We should probably order food too.
How rude. Did you see that?
What's that? Oh, how rude? Yeah.
But I am going to tell them. I'm going to tell them, or when I write my review, I'm going to say, please close off your break room because I don't want to listen to 20-somethings giggling about their boyfriends and what they plan to do that night and the parties they're going to and on their phone. And, so I told you, there's like a food line. You know, there's 3 guys back and it's all stainless steel. And I know they're prepping food or they're prepping something, and all I see is this one guy take a chicken wing, put it in his mouth, and suck the meat off. The bone is dry. I'm like, what in the goddamn hell? And then the middle guy is just doing his work, but then the guy on the left-hand side, he's eating something and chewing with his mouth open. I don't need to see this. I don't need to see it. Fuckers.
I just want to go back and tell the owner that your bartender has the personality of a turnip.
Oh, I think a turnip has a better personality.
Probably.
Yeah, no way. So, what are your worst restaurant experiences? Oh, honey.
Jinx.
We've been married a while. Finish each other's sentences.
Or selling things over the internet experiences.
Oh, yeah.
But I have like this couch. I have about 20 inquiries on that so far.
And somebody's coming at 2:30?
And he'll probably buy it.
There's something in there. That's not finished.
Yeah, please don't.
Clean Plate Club.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
Never waste. Look, is that Jägermeister? Is that Jaeger? Was it Jaeger? Never waste Jägermeister.
I thought I had enough.
What was it?
Jägermeister.
Oh, yeah. That makes me hungry.
Notice how I knew what it was just by looking at it.
I can't drink that.
Well, I'll buy you a shot of Jägermeister then. Let's have some fun.
Oh. Nope, that wouldn't work. What's your name?
Jake.
Jake, nice to meet you. This is Marty. I'm Laura.
How you doing?
Marty?
Nice to meet you.
Laura?
Nice to meet
guys.
you. So, Jake, what are you doing?
Wait, Bruce Williams.
So just kind of hanging out right now.
Do you want to meet some of his friends?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, what is going on over here?
So,
Go chat with Jake.
I have a YouTube channel. I live stream Monday through Friday. We talk about political shit, but on Saturdays, just random stuff that we do for the bar. So today, I was talking about, we were talking about bad service at a restaurant. Oh, by the way, this is Jake. You hear if you're on? All right, say hi to Jake. This is Jake. Why? Okay. And
so you just like read the comments as they come in, or what?
yeah, these are the comments.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, so today we're talking about bad service in restaurants and/or selling stuff on the internet, because I'm selling a bunch of stuff on Craigslist and Marketplace right now.
Okay.
And
You have to turn it more. Do you want to?
Well,
do you want to be on? Oh, because
Laura?
well, let's switch.
Laura, we're okay. We're okay.
We can switch.
Okay.
We can
Okay.
switch.
You don't need to switch.
Because then you can.
No, she wants you on the camera. That's okay. Oh, just if you want to read. So anyway, this guy says, "Hey Jake, Wikipedia's
Hi.
stupid."
So you can switch over.
All right, here. All I have to do is do this, Laura. You didn't have to move at all. I can just do this.
I
There.
was thinking because of the glare. Yeah, go ahead. Put me on there. Put me on there.
Well, you put yourself on there by coming over here. So anyway, so this is Jake.
I mean, I can like, you can sit in this seat, and then you can sit.
Okay, we're good
do
there.
that.
All right.
Because then you don't get the glare from the window.
I don't know what you guys want me on there for.
Well, here's what we do. We just
I mean, I don't know who his friends are. I mean,
they're not. They're
I
people,
just met you guys.
These are just people who follow me on YouTube, and we talk to random people every week. So,
All right.
so anyway, and yeah, you're there. It's all good.
No, I see that. I'm trying to read. My eyes are super bad. I can't even read
So
everything,
we admonished Jake for.
Wikipedia snippets his head.
It says that right there.
Yeah, I saw that.
So the reason we talked to Jake is because Jake wasted part of his shot of Jägermeister.
Oh my God, wasted.
And so we forced him to drink the rest of it. And
It's a true story. Yeah.
and oh, by the way, did you read what he said about Bruce Williams?
What's that?
Talking about how he hates it when employees bitch about their lives in front of the customers.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that too. So anyway, so what do you do, Jake?
I work in a metal stamping company.
Okay, where's that?
Yeah, out in Woodbury.
Oh yeah? Were
Yeah.
these guys with you too?
Yeah, so they left to go run some errands, and
Oh,
then
to get the edibles?
I wish. And then we're all meeting up for disc golf.
Oh, that's funny.
Concert.
It was great.
Was it amazing?
really good.
Oh my gosh. Our neighbors went too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know Brent?
Oh yeah, we know.
Good.
Yeah, so I don't know. We went through, came here for some breakfast, and then now
And now you're just hanging?
Here's
now
something.
I'm just
okay,
hanging. I'm waiting for a friend to meet me, and then we're gonna go disc golf again.
Here's something out of curiosity.
And then you met Marty and Laura.
Yeah, sorry, I'm terrible with it. Marty and Laura.
Marty and Laura, yeah.
Marty and Laura. Marty and Laura.
Oh,
This is
they
Marty.
call me Pete. They call me PDawg and her lady Boomer. So that's
Oh, okay.
um.
Ha! I already got a redhead comment.
There you go. So let me ask you. Here's something I'm curious about. So in your business,
Tito's or water short.
There are
did you
people
work
sober in Africa.
through all the COVID stuff?
I did.
Yeah, so you never stopped working, right?
No. So our company makes military, agricultural, medical. I mean, we like did. Oh my God, rough morning. Not oxygen.
Ventilators?
Ventilators. We
Okay.
made parts for that.
Oh,
So
okay.
we made parts. So, like when COVID first hit, like the fucking hospitals, like were drowned. We were busier than we ever had been. I've only been there for a year and a half. So I started there right before COVID. The guy who runs the company, I play broom ball with.
Okay.
When COVID hit,
Broom ball is like hockey, but
with
boots
and a ball, and so when that happened, it was like a month or two into my employment, and like everything shut down, and I'm like,
So
oh my
they-
God, like.
I can imagine that a place that does that can convert to whatever they need to based on what they need, right?
Yes.
It's not like
Yeah.
they had to make a big change. They just
Well, I mean, not a
changed
big
what
change.
you
What changed was we stopped making. So we make parts for like Polaris and Kawasaki and like fun things like that.
Right.
It changed all to medical, and so it's like our business actually picked up and ramped up because everybody needed these medical, and we do, like I said, medical, agricultural, military, and like all of those things amped up during COVID because that's where the fucking demand is.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, we were busier than usual during COVID. Like, I don't know, it was weird.
Did they? Now, well, you said you just got there. Did you find them trying to ramp up the number, like hiring during that time too, or they just
No.
work with who you got?
No, so like I said, I played broom ball with the owner and CEO of the company. He's the guy that runs our broom ball team. I was not happy at the job I was at, and he's like, "I can get you somewhere. You come work for me," and I'm like, "Sure." Just expecting fucking whatever. get in there, your foot in the door, whatever, and it ended up, you know, COVID hit a month into it, and then it just kind of changed everything.
So you run like the things that bend stuff and cut and whatever.
Yep.
It's all
Yep.
like you gotta put two hands on the boat.
Well, so I mean, I kind of oversee product movement. But yeah, I mean, there's lasers, there's stamping machines. So it's like we either cut product with lasers or like we stamp them out of like a big sheet of metal.
Okay, sure.
And then we like, you know, bend them, form them, tumble them, make them smooth, sand them, everything else, and then we send them out.
Okay.
So there's, yeah.
So, have you had any? Obviously, I haven't noticed it in Minnesota yet, but have there been any big changes as far as procedures, as far as when you like, for example, I work UPS. We never stopped for food.
Yeah.
And they never required us to wear masks. I work part-time there as a unload area, just
Oh, I don't
scanning
know
things.
for UPS.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I basically spot.
Okay.
Just a part-time job, great for health insurance benefits.
Yeah. Yep.
That's health benefits.
Oh, yeah.
Health
That's
benefits
my
are
work
fantastic.
there.
Yeah.
I'm a nurse and I work for a healthcare organization, and our benefits suck. You would think we would have great.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, mine
No,
are much
UPS is great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is it a fairly small company, or how big is it? I mean, how many people would you say work there? And there
We-
more than one.
I mean,
more
we-
than one shift.
Oh yeah, we run 24/7.
Okay.
Over 200 employees. We're hoping to hire 50 more
So
before the
are
end
you
of the
being
year.
mandated to get vaccinated?
No.
Not yet. Yeah, neither of us.
They're trying to. Yeah.
She
No,
had
but we did. So we've done I think about 36, 40 million a year as a company. We broke sales records this year.
Oh, really?
We doubled.
I suppose we were making. I mean, yeah, they.
This year, I mean, we went from 3.75 million in a month as our record to selling over 7 million. I mean, it's crazy time. I mean, everybody coming back from COVID, like all the Polaris, Kawasaki, all those industries that kind of shut down.
They're all ramping up.
You
now,
know, they're
too.
ramping
So-
up. Yeah.
So you got both ends of it. You
Yeah.
got the end of where you're making, ventilator parts like crazy.
Yeah.
And now you're making back to making.
Now everybody
Parts for
everybody
toys.
else that shut down during COVID is now coming back into production. So, seriously, it's fucking crazy right now.
Are you having a hard time keeping up?
Yes, we're having a hard time finding material, just like everybody else. I mean, just like your shipping orders from Amazon are taking a while. Like, we can't find certain like thickness of metal anywhere. Like, I mean, and like there's, parts need to be a certain like you wouldn't think about it really if you thought about it, but like if you need a part and it needs to be, 7/10 of an inch. If it's 8/10 of an inch, it doesn't fit. Like, you need to have it that exact. And like finding metal and parts right now is a little ridiculous. I mean, it's hard.
But metal's not like wood where if it's
Exactly.
too thick, you can shave it down.
And you've seen wood prices, right?
Oh,
I
it's
mean, wood
insane.
prices have skyrocketed. Yeah, but it's the same.
And
It's the
that's
same thing for
that's
metal.
lack of production. And you'd hope that changes with production.
Well, it's
Gets up
it's
normal,
everywhere, man. I
but
mean,
it's everything.
Yeah, everywhere is affected. Right? How many fucking for hire? I mean, everybody's hiring. Everybody needs work. I mean, everybody's short staffed. I don't know. It's all.
Well,
It's a weird spot. It's a weird spot that we're in right now, I think.
And that might change even. I mean, they might want to push
Everybody wants, and there's not enough supply for the demand.
Even if
So,
they purchase.
Oh, yeah, so he's ready. Because they're runs printing business, he's running out of paper.
I think that
Yeah.
they're going to fuck around.
Because everything, it's so hard to find
They're
shit.
going to try to be like building
Um,
houses. But
Do you see anything that, what was I going to say?
yeah.
Wait.
What?
Okay.
What?
Dang it, well, it wouldn't let me finish my sentence. So, Robert Bowman, what I was trying to type is that, so we're at Trail Stop Tavern in Eagan, Minnesota, and the owner, Lou, said that anyone from PDawg's live stream, if you come here,
If you ever
and
show
let
up
him know,
here in Eagan, Minnesota,
he'll buy your and only the first time, right? He'll buy your meal and buy you your first drink. So, yeah. No, it's just a fun place. It's a fun spot. We meet new people. We meet new friends.
Oh, this place is awesome.
Oh my God.
I play
the food's
softball
amazing.
for this place. If
Oh,
I
do you?
can, yeah, if I can give any kind of endorsement, if you come to fucking Minnesota, you need to come here. I ran into fucking Mitch Zimmer, if you guys knew who that is, on my way out of here 2 weeks ago. Like,
Yeah, it has great food.
oh,
Great
this
atmosphere.
food is awesome.
It's just a chill place. Love it.
Super chill.
And we love it when you guys come and hang out with us because this is super fun. But I still only have. Oh shit, where's my.
Yeah, I go to Omaha, go to St.
Well, that's interesting. It says they're going to start
Counselors from South
routing
Dakota,
ships to
but we're-
Florida.
Oh,
That takes
Oh,
forever.
yeah.
You got to go down through the Panama Canal, and
Yep.
go back around.
Yeah, what was that one?
But yeah, it's crazy because
you know.
do you
it's a great
and are you is most of your stuff
Blueberry Hill.
This is just a
You'll have to text me
Formerly
because I'll never remember it.
Formerly on
Shut up, Marty. Just fine. I just
yeah, you're on a microphone, so
It's $10. And it's just a
and a lot of old
yeah, it's crazy though trying to get
Wurlitzer.
you know a lot of it's just raw materials, like you said. They're building
Are we
parts
BFFs
for
now?
various things. It's not so much that they can't get the. It's not that you can't get finished products. You also can't get raw materials for this. And I know they ship a lot. I know they ship a lot of steel from China.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
That's the bonus
talk.
plan. So, what do you guys work mostly with steel, or what kind of metals do you work with mostly?
Everything. Is that a question that somebody asked?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
That's my question.
Wait. Did you see Wikipedia snippet?
So we have, giant
Yes.
tanks out in the Bay Area for our scrap metal, and it's usually aluminum, steel, and stainless steel. So that's our three beams. But we do everything. I mean, we do plastics, we do copper, we do brass.
You're
like,
just fabricating parts, and whatever
Yeah.
they can,
Yep.
whatever they need to be, they are.
yep.
Okay, that's interesting.
I had a patient come in with a piece of metal in his eye. And we didn't treat him. We sent him to the ER.
If you
with
couldn't
metal
hear her,
mesh on.
which I doubt,
What?
I said if you didn't hear her, which I doubt, she said they had a patient come in with a piece of metal in his eye. I don't think they're gonna, they might, it could go in the scrap pile. They could melt it down and fabricate something out of it. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, we were one of the first. It's like, man, I'm not. I've been drinking, obviously, this morning, but it's like ISO 1009 or something. We're like one of the first, and it's like a military thing that you need to. It's like for aerospace, and we were certified for it. So that is before I started, but like we were like one of the first companies to get certified for that. So I mean, there's some details going into some of them. Yeah, I mean, you don't want your part to fail and have a fucking plane go down somewhere, So yeah, I mean, I don't know. They do some stuff.
Your beard is perfectly poised.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wish.
that was random.
Me and his wife are gonna have some fun later.
I guess so. I guess I'm just gonna hang around and watch. I don't know. This is getting weird.
Oh, don't worry, we'll have the camera going.
Oh my god.
I want to go to the power plant. I want to go to the box. I want to go to the box.
Logic, you crack me up too.
Well, it sounds like just your
Well, it's
your
great.
knowledge
So,
and
Oh, is it
your-
more expensive? Did you already address that?
What's that?
More expensive to shape than plastic?
Metal is cheaper than resin used to make plastic products, but more expensive to shape than plastic. Right?
How do I share this stream? Oh, you are having a good hearing. I love your hair.
There you go. You can either here, you can copy the link, or you can send it
And then
somewhere.
who do I share it with?
I don't know.
Do I have any friends?
Not really.
I have Jake as my friend.
You can text it or you can tweet it. We don't follow you on Twitter.
I think there are a couple people. I think our son does.
Yeah,
He
well,
follows me.
he may not.
No, I think he does.
You can put it.
I have Twitter
You
followers.
can put it in the Instagram chat. You decide. I don't know.
I don't know.
Can I get the jump card for her?
Yeah, but then do I really want
You don't have to share it.
I think,
know how
I think
go
maybe
back to the
other people
chat.
can share. Jake, you should
And a
sign
side
up
of sausage?
For what? Oh.
for this. Because then you can follow him and watch other random people. Retro stuff.
I want to get right on it. I'm not a big social media guy. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Facebook. I don't
Then
do.
you're not on TikTok, are you?
Oh, definitely not on
Oh God,
TikTok.
I'm so on TikTok.
I spend time on, well, YouTube, obviously, that's where my channel is.
Do you see those
Mostly,
lights that I have?
I have a regular show where I talk politics and
Those are all
current
solar.
events
They're all motion blades.
during the day.
All right. So
$100 a piece.
two things.
And they work.
Benny Hill.
And there's not too many people here today. Usually I'm like 13 to see where it's at.
15, but he forgot to tweet it out.
You know, they charge automatically.
That's why I was asking people to share, and then they can come and hang out with us. But Benny Hill didn't like the airline Boeing. He said it sounded like a piece of airplane dropped off.
What's going on, John?
We're both giving you the same look.
Side of the building. Screw right to the side of the building.
That was great.
You know, they're
Alright, you were to ask me.
All right. So I got two questions. Or one statement and a question.
Oh, thanks.
My statement is I worked in. Oh, Mitch. So Mitch, we're doing a live
You're
stream.
doing my live stream.
Yeah, you're in a live stream.
just BSing?
Yeah.
Live stream?
Yeah, on Saturdays it's just BS. No theme. I was asking about his job because and what they were doing during COVID.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I thought it was pretty good.
No, I really do.
So I worked in restaurants before. So full story is like when you guys are talking about like servicers and whatever. Like I worked in restaurants for like 15 years.
Yeah.
So that was my background before I went to work.
Okay.
And my second question was, what are your political views?
Well,
You guys obviously seem like anti-vax.
well,
I'm
okay.
vaccinated,
Black is
so
always hot.
Not anti-vax, not at all. But I have questions about
But
this
you-
particular vaccine.
okay.
She is vaccinated, and she's a nurse, and she's totally pro-vaccine. My problems are with this particular one. I've already had COVID. Thanks, man.
So is he,
And so,
and he doesn't want to get the vaccine either, and he's
Well-
one of my best friends. I mean, and we've talked about it. I mean, we can talk about it.
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a great topic. 'Cause I talk about this all the time
Yeah.
on my show. One of the reasons is, for me, the vaccine's not going to do any improvement on what's happening with the antibodies that are produced.
Take it easy.
Multiple studies in multiple countries.
Settle down.
Now, the only thing that it's just like the vaccine, the antibodies themselves will wane, and that's why the booster shot, especially on the vaccine, are being done. And it seems like they keep on more
How much do you know about the vaccine?
about the mRNA.
We need
Yeah.
to get you a
I know
Snickers,
why.
Betty White.
So I mean, it's not like a typical vaccine.
It's not. It's not. It's not a vaccine where they take a
part of the thing.
part of it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
No, it's a completely different thing.
yeah.
And what they're finding is that it has a fairly high efficacy when you first are injected, but it wanes pretty
Oh,
quickly.
it kicked my ass the first time I got it.
Yeah, and so, and
And it also, I get all the things that people say. It's like you can still get it after you get it. It's like yes, you can, and that's whatever. But like, if you got it and you were an at-risk person that didn't know, if you got COVID without the vaccine, you might die.
I'm
with the
100
vaccine, you will live. I mean that to me, like,
Now, listen to this.
man. Who do they play?
Because Vermont was just putting out their numbers. 76% of people who died of COVID last month were fully vaccinated. 76 people who died last month were fully vaccinated. Now,
where do those
here's the
numbers come
numbers.
from? First.
The state.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
I know. It's now. Let's grant it. It's 33 people. 8 were unvaccinated.
Yeah,
The
this
other
is why we
rest were
usually
all fully vaccinated. That doesn't mean that you're in more danger because you're vaccinated. It
They
just
could be
means
vaccinated 80-year-olds too, where they're gonna, you know, like
now there you good. That's exactly the point that I was going to have. Almost all of the people who died from this
Right here.
were
We got you.
high risk.
Western.
Now, I'm fully in favor of high risk people getting vaccinated. My mother, my mother and my natural mother, because I grew up in
Syria.
they absolutely did vaccinated. They're both over 60. My mother, I grew up was 90. My brother, born is 77. They absolutely should be vaccinated. But there's a diminished benefit, particularly in people who are younger than 60, unless they have other comorbidities. For example, they are talking about having, they just approved having children ages 5 to 11 vaccinated, and then they recently approved the age group above that.
they're talking about it. Yeah.
No, they just approved it. They just approved it.
I don't. Last I heard, it wasn't approved.
No, just 2 days ago they approved it. I'm in this every day.
Yeah.
Now, one of the statements that the FDA made, which is almost a ridiculous statement, but I'm going to say it, that vaccination will vastly improve the severity of, or the risk of having severe disease or dying from COVID in these children, right? Right now, children between ages 0 and 17 that died of COVID, the number via the CDC,
I get where you're going. I understand.
out of 6 million.
I get where you're going.
Okay, more children have died in the last year surrounding than of COVID.
So
you can't.
So I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. Like, children probably don't need to get vaccinated.
Don't need to, and
but also, so I will say this one point. This is my opinion because this is where I come from.
And I love it. I absolutely love it.
My mom is a high school teacher, and she doesn't feel comfortable being in her 50s, 60s, with a bunch of fucking kids that aren't vaccinated. You know, because like she has to deal with 7 classes a day of 30 to 40 kids of unvaccinated. They're more at risk, and so it's like she's like, I'm vaccinated and whatever, but like she kind of like, I don't know, she kind of wants. You understand the point I'm trying to make here? Like, I mean, it's not about the kids. It's more about like every single function they do. Like the football coaches, the fucking tennis coaches, the speech coaches, the after-school activities, and it's like, and they're the most susceptible to get it and pass it on.
Who's that?
Younger kids, because they're not vaccinated, so they're gonna be the ones that get it and not have symptoms and pass it on without knowing. So like the whole thing about COVID, the asymptomatic symptoms is the most dangerous part about it, because like you could have somebody that doesn't experience any symptoms at all and then just pass it on to somebody that's also hyperallergenic and then dies from it, like, and you have no idea. Like,
Okay, let me try and put it slightly at ease as far as that goes. Whether they end up having exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying like worst case scenario, but there's also
What they are
that angle
discovering
to it.
also is that young people don't carry nearly the viral load that older adults do.
Yeah, well,
And they're
obviously,
and they don't
experience the symptoms.
they're at least as far as what they've been finding out is there's almost it's extremely rare for a case of a child transmitted to an adult, but adults can transmit it to children because they carry a higher viral load. The reason kids don't have are asymptomatic or aren't getting severe symptoms is because they don't carry the viral load for whatever reason. It's like, here's my analogy.
Well, it's a virus and it works like any virus, so it's like it needs a host, and as it completes and gets more hosts, it's gonna get weaker. I mean, like. So like we have like the vaccine and like and then like the Delta variant and like whatever, but like as it keeps going on, like it's not going to be as problematic as at first. Like we're not going to experience the death tolls and like I know this girl that lives in Spain. Spain shut down. Spain, like I talked to her. There was like days you can go to the grocery store, depending on the block that you live on. Like it was in shutdown.
Partly because they had the highest rate of.
Oh yeah, it was yeah.
And they still
them in Italy and
they still have a higher death rate than the United States, and still to this day.
So one crazy question.
Okay. Plus, there's the reason also you should see the transmission right now is because there's 100 million people in the United States that have that. So they're not, they're less likely to be getting it than even people who are vaccinated. And here's the thing, the one reason that someone who gets it is less likely to have severe symptoms too, is because not only do they have the antibodies, but the B cells that produce the antibodies, they have like a memory basically of being able to produce the antibodies. So while the antibodies can wane, the B cell memory, if they happen to get it again, which is actually far more rare than somebody getting vaccinated. I mean, that's the statistical. They can also reproduce those antibodies because the B cells already have a memory of producing antibodies for them. So even if the antibodies wane over, it's not so much the antibodies that are important. Like you get to go get an antibody test.
It's more of
but it's whether or not you
shuffling
can
off the negative side effects.
So someone who's been vaccinated who also gets COVID, they're like, and they get through it, they're doubly protected. Even more. So it's not that I'm not against the vaccinations. I'm just saying that their focus on having a one-size-fits-all solution for everybody, it doesn't make sense. And especially when it comes to children who are more likely to have problems with side effects than they are.
Well, and he and his wife, my buddy had got COVID months ago, a year ago, probably close to. But now they're trying to have a kid. So they're choosing to not vax because they're trying to have a kid.
They're considered
and it was developed so quick. I get all the anti-arguments. Like, it was developed so quick. Granted, it's an old technology that we're using for this, and I think it's great. But, they don't want to do it. And I'm like, hey, I respect your opinion. Like, you're still my friend. Like, it doesn't have to be a fucking war. Just because you don't want to get vaccinated.
So you don't think so you're not necessarily for mandates, but you want people to get vaccinated.
Correct. Yeah. I'm not for mandates, but I think it's like if you're gonna if we're all gonna hang out here in a bar, I'd rather have people that are vaccinated than people that aren't. I mean, if you think about it, like, I'd rather have not a risk. They haven't called me yet, so you want to do another drink? Well, I know, but mine and yours is.
Dean. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, well, and just
Matt, can I do another one?
Just yesterday, they said that a vaccinated person can spread just as much as
Yeah, they could.
He just came out with that yesterday.
No, and I get that, but it's like the vaccination makes it less harmful for the people that, you know what I mean? Like,
and that's why.
that's my point. It's not like you can't, it's like the vaccination doesn't mean you can't get it. Like, that's a fucking, like, if people think that, that's a fucking anomaly. Like, it's dumb. You can still fucking get it. It's just, it's gonna lessen the effects and you're gonna feel better. Like, and
that's why I think people should.
It does also not limit, but like reduce transmission. I mean, if you have the vax, it does reduce. I mean, you can still get it and whatever, but there is more of it does reduce the risk of transmission.
No, I had a conversation last night with the guy.
Fuck, God damn it, I had something I wanted to say.
It's funny. There's one of the things that annoys me about this whole argument too. Or not this argument, but I've been saying a lot on my show is, so I'm one of 100 million people who've had COVID and survived. Do you ever hear them talk about us? Ever?
Why?
Why would you?
Yeah.
Well, if they talk about I know, right? But why would they
talk about? They only talk about death. Have you watched the fucking news?
Exactly.
I mean,
so
they only talk about everybody that fucking died. How the fucking
Do you think people are terrified or because they? Oh, go ahead.
Yo.
Now, why is that blinking? I hope. Am I still going here? All right, looks like the stream's still going. They're going to create antibody-dependent enhancement. I agree with that, Kessler. I think so too.
Oh,
I think they should. I think it should be a sparingly used product.
Yeah. No, I think I was like, call and tell you that. Like, I was
like, how many people are here?
All right. Cool.
For whatever reason, my stop started blinking.
Fucking
I'm looking over at Laura's phone. Looks like we're doing okay though.
All right. Yeah, I'm in. All right, take it easy. Bye.
Oh, thank you, a comedian snippet, by the way.
All right, sorry.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I just, but I'm definitely not anti-vaccination, and she's totally pro-vaccine, and I am too. I mean, we had our kids vaccinated for every possible way you get. The kids thing bugs me. It's like, okay.
Well, you bugged about the MMR? I mean, are you bugged about all the chickenpox? I mean, all the other different vaccines and stuff?
No, I'm not, because I'm totally pro vaccination. But to me, this particular one is like getting kids vaxxed for shingles. That's what I compare it to.
I'm pretty sure I was vaxxed for shingles.
Have you had chickenpox?
Yeah.
Generally, you don't get vaccinated for shingles until you're 50. That's when you're supposed to get them. So I don't know. So
maybe I'm reassociating
shingles is the one that develops in people who had chickenpox when they were a kid.
Yeah.
So, but you're not really supposed to get vaccinated until you're like 50, because that's when it becomes a danger to you. But prior to that, it causes the vaccination can have problems. And that's where with kids, I understand, but you make a good point as far as, why would teachers, be concerned about that? That is the important point.
Well, that's where all your kids go every fucking day. Right. I mean, like, you gotta think, and a lot of teachers, including my mom, they're not young. There's not, like, teaching, like, my mom has said, like, teachers are older because there's no new teachers coming in because there's no fucking money in that fucking, I mean, the teachers that are there because they want to teach. And
did he leave?
I don't know. Like, I don't want them put at risk. I know. I mean, I've had teachers older than my mom growing up, and with they're dealing with 6 to 7 periods of 30 students every period of different students. It's like they're more, and they're I don't know risking their lives. I guess if you want to put it that way. I don't want to put it that way, but the same flip of the coin. Distance learning, online learning is not an option, in my opinion. Like, you can't go, like, I watched my mom go through a year of online teaching, and it's not the same. The kids aren't going to get the same education. They're not going to get the same experience. They can't do labs. She's a biology teacher.
Oh wow.
So they can't do labs. They can't dissect. You need the face-to-face with a teacher, and you need the face-to-face with the fucking awesome kids. You need the interaction with other kids to grow up. I mean, like, exactly, yeah. I mean, there's. I think kids should be in the classroom. I don't know what the fucking right answer is for kids in the classroom. Like, I'm not gonna fucking solve that today, but if everybody got facts. Oh, so that was my question. And if you guys want to listen and answer on this, do you think it'd be feasible if the U.S. were to shut down, right? So 2 weeks, right, is the coronavirus. And I've brought this up with my family. If we just fucking complete shut down, cut off, got away from every industry, closed off our borders, lived by ourselves for 2 weeks, do you think we'd be COVID free? Like, do you think if we just
No.
went back into a shell,
Absolutely not.
and didn't do anything, didn't transmit it, and we just stayed within the U.S. Nobody traveled. There's no nothing. Shut down, locked down for 2 weeks. Because that's the incubation period for COVID. Just 2 weeks, and we would have been done with it. Like, do you think that would have done anything?
No.
I don't think we would have done it either.
There's no way to do it. And two,
yeah, logistically, it's fucking a nightmare.
They tried that in lots of places.
Yeah, they shut down Spain.
It didn't even work in China. China's having a surge now too, and that's
It's because it fucking.
And here's the other part. Here's
viruses, they get that's why the Delta, there's variants. Delta variant, it's gonna adapt and make new hosts. It's gonna find new hosts.
Well, that's just it. It is finding hosts.
Yeah.
They found it in dogs. They found it in deer.
Yeah.
They found it in a tiger in a zoo. I mean,
That's what. So I'm not scared about getting it. I got vaccinated and I've never had it. That's fine. I'm not scared about getting it. It's it's the reach that it has that scares me. How far we're still finding it 2 years later. We're still finding it and worried about it. That's what worries me.
here's the relevance of my question of do you ever hear about us? Okay, now this will bring us into play.
All right.
The reason I asked that question is because there's 100 million of us who survived it. It's not a death sentence. Yes, a lot of people have died from it. Not comparable to prior pandemics like the 1918 flu. Far more many people died at a higher rate if they got it. And Black Plague, far more people died at a rate much higher. But a lot of people have. And so it's that part of the news where, again, if you don't know, so if you go by age demographics, people under 60 rarely die. The vast majority have been over 60,
Hey Matt,
in their 80s.
can I get a meat stick?
So one of the comorbidities is age. One of them is obesity, and there are cases in every age group where people have died. But
for people under 60, when they say comparing it to any seasonal flu, that's where it is. And so the hype of
symptoms-wise, yeah.
But being that they constantly talk, okay, so they've done polls where they ask people, okay, what do you think the hospitalization rate of for severe COVID is? And some people say 50%. I hear people argue, when I say, okay, I've already had it, but I'm not vaccinated. They said, well, if you get COVID, you're going to die. No, I'm not. I've already had it.
Yeah, I mean.
Two, if I get it again, my B cells,
yeah.
if I don't have the antibodies, I have the B cell memory.
Yeah.
And it's like.
No,
but we've typed this to be an immediate death sentence. And so that's what scares people.
Alright, so two things.
Okay.
First thing, my mom, who's a teacher, has never gotten it. And she's like, I don't want to get it because I don't know the last effects. And if you do get it, we have no idea. And I talked to her about the flip side about getting the vaccine. We don't know the lasting effect of the vaccine either. She's like, nope, we don't. And I'm like, all right, well, so there's that whole question. It's like, there's nobody knows. And what's worse about this fucking thing is, I hate you never bring up politics at a fucking bar, but I'm gonna bring it up.
Okay. I talk about politics every day, so it's fine.
Trump and Biden and whatever, it's become more of a political thing about getting a vaccine than it is about a fucking healthcare thing. That's what makes me mad. It's more about who you side with politically if you get the. It's like, no, it's a fucking general health for the general fucking public thing than it is about whether or not you get the vaccine. Our country is so fucking divided right now. It annoys me. I've always been pretty moderate and whatever, but I was never a Trump fan. I'm not a Biden fan either. It's voting for the worst of two evils. You can't argue that Trump brought out this weird, I'm right and you're wrong kind of culture. There's so many people you can't have discussions about politics or whatever. And it's just no, you're dumb, I'm right, you're wrong. It's divided. It's more. Divided again, I guess is the word. It's just either you're this way or this way. There's nobody. We need to talk, and this is the perfect, most important time to talk, and there's nobody fucking talking. They're just arguing about bullshit, and it's very frustrating right now.
Do you think it's? Do you think that's new?
New as in what time frame?
So do you think it existed prior to Trump? The Trump era?
Yes, but not to the degree that it is right now. I mean, I've never been a fan of the bipartisan. I think there should be more parties. I think you can't be left or right. There's a lot of more gray area, and there's a lot. I mean, there's fucking millions of Americans that fall into, middle class, and even though middle class is disintegrating, but that's the heart and soul of this fucking country, and they're more of one way, I don't know, it's politicized, it's fucking, what do you call the magnets are, you can't put it together.
One fascinating thing about this one, though, while they tried, at least the media portrays the people who are against it, or at least resistant to the vaccine question, they portray it as strictly a right-wing thing.
Yeah.
But the most unvaccinated population are minority.
Yeah.
And
40, 50?
No, I'm talking about my race ability.
Oh. You're not white?
No, I'm not. And it's like, but here
so,
for me though, I lean right politically too. So that's a rarity. But I'm just saying, a lot of minority communities are totally vaccinated too. A lot of it's probably for the same reason. But like, before we go, try to hold that thought. Where you work. Everyone's been working all through COVID, right?
Yeah.
What they're for too.
How many there people are adamant about being vaccinated or wearing masks or shit like that? 0, right? Why? Why is that? Now it's the same where I work too. And I know there's political
they're super right wing.
No, not where I work.
Oh, where I work, it's super right wing.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, not so much of mine. It runs the spectrum. I don't really know.
Well,
But
I mean, half of them are.
But all of us who've been working on the entire COVID thing, your first reaction is probably are you kidding me? I was a hero, and now you're trying to make some kind of mandate to fire me? After I've worked through this entire thing.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about it that way.
It's like, what the fuck? I've been working through this entire thing, and I was a hero because I worked in healthcare.
Yeah.
I worked in this and that.
Okay.
And now you're like, oh, well, you got a mandate to have this and have a mask and this and that now because we're gonna fire you. It's like,
I honestly didn't think about it that way.
fuck you.
So
It's like,
yeah, no. In that situation, yeah, I'm with you.
So, but yeah. So, and that's a lot of the reaction around. Now, I would say, and the other part, like in our industry, where if we lose a bunch of people, they haven't pushed it at all. They've said, okay, they want you to wear masks during this part. Like for the first,
we wore masks
for the first year.
I had to wear a mask for last year.
They asked us to, but we didn't have to now. We don't work near anybody. If you're unloading a trailer, you got to go out here and scan it. And they don't have to sort out, like not working close to people. They didn't enforce it. They said they wanted us to. They didn't enforce it. They haven't said boo about the vaccine. I know some people are vaccinated. But I was going to we only had like there's hundreds of people on our show. And I go in a handful that were out during that time. So it's hard to say.
I forgot what I was so excited about telling you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's my fault. That's kind of how I go. Go back to like 2 points ago. What were we talking about? There's something that sparked something in my head that I was like, that's what you say.
Well, let's see.
Were we talking about the workplace, or were we talking about?
Let's see.
We're talking about.
Oh, just the how it's.
Oh, it's a racial thing.
And it's like sometimes it's how at a time when we need to be talking, and we're not, and we've made it a political thing. And I said, no.
Yes, okay. So, do you watch Last Week Tonight at all? It's on HBO.
What's it called?
Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
Oh no.
Do you have HBO or access to it?
I don't. I occasionally watch clips from it. I'm not a big fan of John Oliver, but
really,
I don't think he's funny.
What?
I never thought he was funny.
Have you watched Last Week? Okay. All right, so
but go ahead. No, I see clips. No, you're not. I see clips of it every once in a while on YouTube because they play.
It's fine. Like I have my half brother he's super right, but isn't a big fan of John Oliver. He's a little more left. Like I get it. Like whatever it is, what it is. I'm not gonna tell you to fucking watch something for a reason. I think he's great. I think he pulls up a lot of good points. But he had an episode 6 months ago, and I don't know why. You talking about it triggered it. It's about why the minorities are so hesitant to get vaccinations, and he did this fucking report, and like I had no idea. Like the one thing, like I learned shit when I watched that show. That's why I liked it. America back in the day, like slavery. No, like we were such bad people. The white America, like, oh my god, like, we have, but they tested like things they thought would work. Like there's a reason that minorities don't want to get vaccinated. Well, and I'm not trying to like.
You're mentioning like the Tuskegee experiment, for example, when they used placebo treatments for syphilis, and basically because they were trying to do the same.
Yes, but there's also, I mean, there's also a story about
there's all kinds of
India.
stories.
Yeah, I mean, like
it's not just that.
No,
but there's all kinds of
there's. I mean, and that's I don't know, but it's targeted towards minorities. Like they're like using them like as like their lab rat basically, and it's fucking atrocious. I mean, I'm so slim. I don't know. Speaking as a white man in America now, like I don't know what I can say, like or can't like. It's fucking.
Let me.
It's atrocious.
I'm gonna get to that after I make my Bloody Mary because I'm gonna teach you something about your being a white man.
I'd love to learn.
Your $1 million retirement just took a 25 and 30% hit. So on the upside, there's
Hold on, take your question.
thank goodness for you, you got time, which is to start talking to somebody about how do you take some of your tax-based savings and investment accounts, pay income tax on them today, and put it into a tax-based vehicle, like for example, like a Roth IRA, right?
All right, here's what I'm gonna teach you.
Those tax dollars already paid income tax on them, and then you invest them, and when you whatever the growing earns,
You being a white man in America. Don't
Privilege
mean,
because I'm super awesome.
don't mean shit.
No, I don't think
Okay,
that
here's the deal. Unless you've done something to me, you personally, or you have, unless you were involved in the decision making behind, for example, the Tuskegee experiments, or
I actually sent the slave ships.
I was gonna say, unless you own a slave ship and then bring it out, you're not responsible.
No, I get it, but
and guess what? I don't give a fuck. Now,
and not to fucking call whatever, but like we treated the American Indians way worse than we treated black people.
who's we?
I mean, our predecessors.
Who's we?
Sorry, the people that lived before us.
Are you part of we?
I hope not. Like. They gave him fucking smallpox, fucking blankets to sleep with. Like, who the fuck?
You know that's a myth. So
Is it really? No.
So here's the thing.
Well, okay, so if that's a myth,
here's
they still give them booze.
Here's how
and you've seen the numbers of American Indians that have drinking, like, that there's a direct correlation from us to that.
There has been.
And I don't mean to say
The
us.
time that they
I
said
don't keep
that
saying us.
happened was before.
Whatever, the
any
trail
effect
of tears still
Trail of Tears,
happen.
now that's fucked
I mean,
up.
that, yeah. I mean, that
fucked up.
still happened. I mean, like.
Hey, let me ask you something. Were you in Andrew Johnson's administration when that decision was made?
Yeah, I voted no.
Okay, well, there you go.
No,
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
yeah,
Yes,
germ-
it's like we shouldn't be held responsible, and I keep saying we, but like
Yeah, the smallpox thing, germ theory didn't exist yet. It was before germ theory existed. But the Trail of Tears did happen.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
genocide happened, slavery
Look,
happened.
here's the thing.
It all. I mean, I don't know. I've talked to my brother too.
If
That
you could name a country where so much shit
What's that?
If you could name a country where some shit
Oh,
didn't
okay, so yeah, the point I was gonna make. My brother's lived, he's like in China when I lived there.
Yeah.
He goes, they hate Japanese. Like, you will get your fucking shit tossed in the fucking black alley in China if you're Japanese, if you're in China. He's like, I get, racism here, and he's super right wing, so like we have different viewpoints, but like he's like he's lived around the world, and he goes, racism is way worse in other countries than it is here. It's way more progressive here. The fact that we're talking about it and trying to do things, he goes, very rare. It's also worse other places, and I'm like, well, it's not great here, and he's like, yeah, it's not, but globally, it's not terrible. Like, but nobody else. I mean, I don't know. The countries you talk about are not trying to. They're not trying to, have a Me Too movement, have a fucking this movement. I hate the fucking movements. I hate social fucking media. Like, I don't know. Like. Yeah.
No, I hear you. No, but but again, because I am not a fan of this because you have to be in a certain demographic. Some of the 4 generations from you who you were never even related to. You're responsible for what they did.
Thank you.
And that's just stupid.
Yep.
You're responsible for what you do in your life.
Apologizing for something we didn't do. It's like,
now, should a government do that? Yeah, possibly. But again, even that government now, maybe on behalf of the nation, I apologize. I just,
Mitch.
I need to go to food.
Matt.
What do you want to eat?
I'll have a blueberry pancake with a side of bacon.
It's like if you can sell the idea of having somebody who promises to have that much about more than you do about your future. You can sell that concept.
Oh, what's this say?
Professor Marty.
Oh.
In the process, you'll find out people are
Lines are so bad I can't even see it.
No, I said, it says, yes, it's a myth, germ theory didn't exist then. There's a whole lot of stuff there.
Dude, I mean,
People are accepting it as conventional wisdom.
Okay, so then can I ask, like, where you stand? I mean, you do a political show. And where do you stand?
I stand on particular issues, even though most of them are.
So it's not a party, you think?
Well, I mean, my first time voting was '84, and I registered independent. I voted for Rick because I grew up during the Carter years, and how shitty it was, and in the 4 years that Ray was president, even though things got a little worse for a while, they were getting better, and
then get him one? No.
We'll order when you get a chance to, but no hurry. And I lean right on most issues. I do. But I'm one of those people that like to talk about everything too. So I'm not one to shut people down just because they disagree with me. I want to hear.
Good seeing you guys. Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
When I listen, I don't necessarily watch TV news.
No.
On any side other than
It's a fucking thing.
occasionally I get clips from here and there, but I read a lot and I try to get data for things that I try to believe. But I'm not convinced solutions that the left, so to speak, comes up with are necessarily.
All right, so I'll say one thing. I literally
tells all these fun asking stories
because I don't like Trump as a person.
I'm used to like
That's why I didn't vote for him the first time. I voted for the sweet meteor of death the first time because it was Trump.
I don't like Hillary, and I don't like Joe Biden either. Like, it's like why are those our only two choices? Like, there should be other fucking choices. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. Trump is what tore this. Trump brought these fucking night crawlers out of the woodwork. I mean,
here's the problem. I voted for the second attachment to money and because even like despite his clear personality issues, the actual policies that were passed within our government were ones that I agreed with. Despite the fact that I can't.
Went over some breakfast.
Oh, no, he knows. He knows. He'll get to it. He's when you have time, I'm not worried.
You're kidding. No, there's so much other counterculture stuff that he's done. He's a compulsive liar. We look like a joke if he's our president. He was a fucking reality TV host. Like, why is that our best candidate? What is going on with America? Yeah, exactly. Why are there not more people that it's like he gets enough fucking clickbait and fucking like whatever? Like, that's how we vote now? Like, Jesus, fuck. Like, I'm more disappointed in fucking America as a nation. Like, really. When it comes down to it, like,
one of my keep in mind that I had a show that the title was Donald Trump is a jackass because he is a jackass.
Rolled over like a sissy boy.
Yeah, you're fired.
he is absolutely a jackass. But when I went to this last election, between who was the candidates and my choices, I was more deadly afraid of Joe Biden, who isn't all there right now.
Yep.
And
I agree.
Things that I predicted at the time, I feel like never true. Even though I think Trump's a jackass. Now, I would rather not have Trump had been my kid. Because he's a jackass.
What I was saying is there needs to be more than a bipartisan system. There needs to be more than two options.
There always are.
I mean, how progressive?
She wants a blueberry pancake, a side of bacon.
I'll take care of it.
Side of bacon. I want a junkyard over tots. Extra holidays.
Okay, so
over medium.
There's another couple I've never met before. I just sold them my tickets. So, and I gave them a deal. My tickets normally.
No, it needs to be more than two options, and more than two legitimate options. I mean, the last time somebody was elected outside of Democrat or Republican
was before they existed.
I mean,
before the Republicans existed was the last time. So here's the thing.
Nader got close, I think, right? It was before my time, but he ran forever. I had some independent got close one time. But I don't know. I was young. Yeah. Oh, Perot. Ross Perot got close.
He was not close. Zero electoral votes.
Well, oh, yes. What?
Zero electoral votes.
Oh.
So,
I just want something other than this or this. Like, there's enough fucking free-thinking Americans right now that we need to have like a collective rather than a divided, and we're more divided than I've ever fucking seen in my life. And I'm not old. I mean, I've only been on this earth for 30-something years. Like, you have way more knowledge than I do, and like, I think there needs to be more of a moderate fucking voice. Like,
I've seen it, and I'm, old as well. I'm 56. My first election was 84, but I remember politics in the 70s. And I don't
looking
know.
back, even like when you were a kid, I mean, how different is it? I mean, it's night and day from 50 years ago. I mean, 50 years ago, it's a different America than it was 50 years ago. I mean, way different.
Well, one, there's much more widespread communication.
Yes, social media, the internet really
Here's
changed
the thing.
everything.
The media wouldn't do your phone.
My brother. Hey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shit. Okay.
Well, I'll just tell these guys, make sure you check
Oh, fuck off, Max.
I'm gonna have to deal with him in there.
So
All right.
Jake's got
Yeah,
a
we're
phone
moving
call
this.
here.
We're
We're,
moving.
builder.
I don't want to pay a 50%.
interesting conversation. I like this.
Shit, we gotta go.
Oh, you got it out of here?
Yeah, I made previous commitments before you started this whole fucking.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Hey, I love
Dude,
this fucking. This
Yeah,
is
that was
fucking,
awesome, man. I appreciate it.
I will
And
definitely come talk.
And you know what's cool is that
I'll tab out.
I like the fact that we're talking and not
Exactly.
just bitching. You know what I mean? And I like the I like
No,
this conversation.
yeah, it's a conversation. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. We each have our own viewpoint, but we have been talking. Seriously, that's the reason I've enjoyed this a ton. You don't get this with like a lot of people. Like even people my age, like if you don't believe what they believe, then you're fucking wrong and fuck you. And like, it's like no, it's like we can talk about these things. Like let's fucking be adults. Let's fucking have a conversation, you know? And people don't do that. I don't know.
No, I'd love to have more conversations with. I'd rather, people who vehemently disagree with me. I would love to have conversations with.
Yeah,
You know, there's. I mean,
as long as
we're
you sit
we're
and
having
talk.
mild disagreements,
But as long as you can sit and talk, that's the main thing. There he is, right there. Him and I, disagree. Like, you and I can disagree. If you can sit and talk about it, it means so much more than having an argument, getting pissed, and fucking stopping away. It's like, no, we have disagreements. Like, one of my favorite things is like, okay, we can agree to disagree, you know? Like, agree to disagree. We've talked about it, we have different opinions, but you know what, at the end of the day, you and I, we'll go have dinner tomorrow, you know? Like,
we'll have drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have
But
drinks next week.
we agree to disagree on whatever fucking topic, you know? Like, I don't know.
I also train people who never met
Mitchell, we gotta go.
It's time.
Guy brings his car into the shop.
Cheers.
Mechanic does this thing on TikTok.
that conversation would have some followers.
They got
Loud noise from the engine.
We're pretty very important people.
All right, well,
Into our lives.
I just want to thank Jake for being here.
Oh,
and having
hey,
a great
yeah,
conversation.
fuck. I forgot.
You can,
We got it, guys.
oh, fuck. Yeah, no, I
Have a
appreciate
good
it. These
enjoy
are
your
great
Saturday. Fucking rock on, party on Wayne, party on guard.
conversations. Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
see you
talk
again,
again.
man.
We'll
All
talk
right, cool.
again.
All right, I can put Lady Boomer's shoulder back in the picture.
Because
Jake's got to go. I can't really tell how many people are here, and the chat's not really going, so I'm not sure. Just double check the.
And you'll have to like help.
I can almost guarantee I'll be in touch first.
Oh, that's weird. That's not working.
Enjoy your.
Are y'all really here? That's not. I'm wondering. I hope so.
What? What?
I'm just making sure that the chat's working, but it's still showing up over
I
there.
appreciate it. Honey, I gave my number to this guy over here.
Oh, what did I do there? I was flipping it around. I was trying to check
What
the
are you
event
doing?
list.
I promise I won't tell your number over the
All right, we're good.
Where's Jake?
You have to go.
Oh, he already left. All right, Jake's out.
That's because his brother's called and said, hey, where are you guys? Look at here, right? All right, have a good day.
All right, man, yeah, take it easy now. All right. Oh,
Stop that.
there. No.
Yeah, what? Oh my God.
Lady Boomer's back in the
Twist it,
picture.
twist it,
Oh,
twist it,
oh, yeah, their shoulder.
Jesus, you had my face in it.
Anyway, roll call. Who's here? Because it doesn't look like anyone's here still, but obviously she's still here. I accidentally had to turn the other way. I didn't notice that. We're back.
I know, I gave my number to a guy.
Yeah, she's giving her number out to guys at the bar. That's not good. Anyway.
No, talking about financial planning.
Oh, okay.
So that was good. Okay, now I'm back. So we were...
I did order for us, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't think they even.
Oh, I missed a whole lot of chatting because I was chatting.
I was just trying to see.
But I can't do enough because I literally.
I can't tell if people are just lurking or what.
They're saying. But
Did I hit go?
you can rig them on jury, rig them on trees.
Go Mojo. What?
I know Kessler was still here for a little bit.
How big of a fucking hammer do you need to put those
Oh, you know what? So Kessler. I don't even know if Kessler's still here, but
I don't know. It says 5 people are here, but I don't know.
I know. But here's the thing. It's so confusing in my industry right now. Like, do you get the booster for Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson? If you got Johnson & Johnson, can you get any? There's so much shit going on right now. It's so confusing.
Well, the FDA approved mix and match,
Yeah,
which is
but
crazy.
Well, no, because Johnson & Johnson wasn't as effective, so they're saying they can get either one, Pfizer or Moderna booster, but they're also saying that if you got Moderna, you get a third vaccine, and it's not considered a booster. But people who have had 2 Modernas, if they qualify, can get a third shot considered a booster. It's so fucked up right now, I can't keep my head straight.
Well, now they're also looking at approving a 4th shot from the Pfizer.
You know what? I just want to kick somebody's ass just to do it because I'm so pissed off about this. I got in trouble. Not in trouble, but I was talked to about trying to schedule some people for a Moderna booster, but technically it was too soon before it was approved. I don't know. I'm just not going to schedule anything. I'm going to leave it all up to the schedulers, and I'm not scheduling anything. Like, oh, you want a booster? Oh, you can't talk to me. I'm not going to do it. Because it changes every freaking day. No, I don't like it.
Matt, I'll take half one. You're done? No.
Good.
Take off after we
He
eat.
wants a half of them.
What?
Take off after we eat. It's almost 1.
Huh?
It's almost 1.
No.
What time is it?
I didn't even have any time to chat with people.
I don't know if anybody's here. Nobody's chatting.
Oh.
I just want to make sure I'm going to make sure we're still broadcasting. Although it shows up on your phone, so we must be still broadcasting. It's just weird that nobody's chatting.
Well, you never texted it out.
That doesn't even matter. No, I usually don't. I was going to do it today for the first time. Usually I don't text out there.
I know, but usually we have friends from all
It gets
over that
it gets notifications.
Huh?
They get notifications already.
Well, maybe it's good weather everywhere, and people are out enjoying themselves
It could be.
instead of sitting in a bar drinking.
Yes. Guild of Liberty. Okay, good. I'm glad to see you, Guild of Liberty.
Oh! Hi, Gilded Liberty. Lurking and listening.
She's so funny. You get so excited when you see somebody's name.
I know.
There are people here. Yay!
There's people hanging with us. But Marty, it makes me happy.
Yes, I know.
I know, it makes me happy.
And now food will make me happy. So I am hungry.
I know, I hope you will eat half of my pancake. I don't think I'm having a good stomach day. I had a really great stomach day yesterday. 2 lobster tails.
Oh.
I ate them both. And then I had my salad. And I couldn't eat my potato. I did look up that surgery though.
You do?
Yeah. Not gonna fucking do it.
Why not?
No.
Why?
Because I think I need to have my diverticulitis cut out first.
Okay, which surgery are you talking about?
So I was talking about the one where I've got that kind of, oh, yum! Thank you. And some butter, please. Oh, yum. And bacon.
All right, got our food.
No, the one where, so the hiatal hernia,
Oh.
that's where you're, oh, thanks, Debbie. Enjoy it. Thank you. That's where you're, you know how you have your diaphragm, right? The esophagus goes through the diaphragm into the stomach, right? Well, my stomach goes up through the diaphragm and constricts my esophagus.
Right.
So it's hard to swallow and I can't eat much, right? So what they do for the repair is they pull the stomach down and then they suture on the side of the diaphragm to narrow that so the stomach can't pop back up. But that is not 100%. Maybe 5 years at last. It can happen again. I don't want to go through that major surgery if I'm going to have it again or it doesn't work, whatever. So I'm thinking about doing the diverticular one where they cut out, here's my colon, and they cut out this and then resect it. Cut out the bad part of my colon, resect it.
Right.
Yeah, and then I open myself up to intestinal blockage like my dad got when he had his colon cancer. He was vomiting poop. He had a bad blockage.
Really?
Yes. That's a tater tot. It's not poop. So I think that one, I'd risk a blood clot after surgery for that one, but not for the hernia surgery. Right? I don't know, fucking either way. You gotta get something fixed. But then when do you have it? Before your daughter gives birth or after? I can't do it after because I have to be there for my daughter. Maybe I'll do it the day before Thanksgiving. Just fucking with you. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. But you're gonna get the pool closed today, right?
Yep.
That'll be good. God, I love butter. Oh, here's a question for you guys. Does anyone out there like serial killers? Or interested in serial killers? Because I'm so into that Netflix one called You. What's the real name of BTK? What did you say? Missed it.
BTK.
What?
Torture, kill.
What?
Bind, torture, kill. The BTK killer?
Yeah.
Bind, torture, and kill. BTK. That's what the BTK stands for.
Bind,
Torture, and kill.
But he knows the name.
bind, torture, and kill.
That's why they called him the B. That's how he got the name BTK killer.
Okay, I'm afraid now. Why do you know this?
Because I
That's
watch
Brent.
IDTV all the time.
My mom was just, she's watching the the Wild Wild West about the serial killers from the past.
Yeah. And actually, I don't know if you see the guy, he looks just like a normal dad.
Like Marty.
Dennis Rader is his name.
Dennis Rader. Oh my God, look at him. Doesn't he look like Nicholas, or what's his name? Nicholas?
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Yeah, he looks like Jack Nicholson.
He looks like a pharmacist.
He looks like a pharmacist. You can have that piece of bacon. It's still moving.
All
I
right.
can't eat it.
Hey, thanks, Billy.
Oh, that's so good. All right, who's old enough to know the comics Archies? The Archies. Who knows that? Well, anyway, I'm old enough to know the comics Archies, and I'm watching this Netflix thing called Riverdale. Wow, it's definitely not, you know, smiles and sunshine. It's super weird, creepy. There is a serial killer, at least 2. So I'm kind of like into it. Which is why I'm probably going to be watching that when Marty closes the pool. Did I tell you that? Oh, I'll do the dishes. But we've been doing a really good job at keeping our dishes in the dishwasher. No. Ever since his mother came, keeping the kitchen clean. It's good.
I'm trying to figure out what dishes you're going to be doing.
He did, I got it.
No, there's none.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
But
I think he had one sip.
I will have to get the dog hair cleaned up. And you're going to sell something today. And we're going to a Halloween party tonight.
Is it a Halloween party?
Yeah, but we don't have to dress up.
Okay, you didn't tell me that part. I thought it specifically was not a Halloween party.
Huh?
I thought it was specifically not a Halloween party.
Well, what the girls are talking about, it's a Halloween party because Halloween is coming up, right? But nobody's dressing up.
Okay.
But I think we should.
No.
And then he would go with but now he comes up here, he's not there anymore, really.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of stuff behind the
Well, I'm glad that we got to hang out with some friends today.
How do you want to cook?
I know I just had to rip the fat off. I wanted the bacon, I just had
Hi,
to rip
Patrice.
Hey, Patrice! Okay, I don't like country music, but I like this song.
Do you?
Yeah. I know why. Where's our Aussie friend?
I don't know. He Yes, we're still here, Random American.
Hey, Random American. Good to see you back. Like Marty was having a conversation with our new friend Jake. And then Jake's friend Mitch came. And so then I got into a conversation with him. And now I realize I need a financial advisor. I have financial cancer. My words. Oh my God. You know, sometimes when you really have a craving for something and then you eat it and you say, oh shit, no, that wasn't it. And then sometimes when you really have a craving for something and then you eat it and you go, yeah, that was exactly it. That's how I feel about my blueberry pancake.
Oh. Wait,
With a half a pound of butter.
Sound like who missed a fit? Wait, was his name Mitch?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
I was trying to understand what that was about.
No, he is not a financial planner.
No, but just
No, he's just a guy. But we ended up talking about shit. And then I came to a realization that we're basically fucked. No, I was raised by a single mom. I know nothing about finances. How to do that, I never took classes. I think that should be a class in high school. How to balance a checkbook, how to do basic stuff, right?
financial literacy.
Oh, ah, I like that. You want to teach it? Financial literacy. I like it. Instead of, I mean, although reading or doing what is it, the play about Anne Frank, that was pretty cool. Yeah. Financial literacy.
That was a class in high school? When was
What?
that?
Random American, how old are you? That was not existent for me.
In theory, home ec was,
I had home ec
but they changed it.
because they wanted to teach the girls how to frickin' cook. We had some boys though.
And so,
You know what, I'll tell you this though, they did tell me I had to take a metal shop and wood shop as a girl when I was in junior high. Yep, I had to take metal, I had to take wood, I had to take home ec and sewing. And the boys had to also. Yeah, so I think that was kind of progressive for back in the day.
I took one semester.
Oh, Random American said personal economics.
Oh, wow. That should be a class.
Yeah, that definitely didn't happen in my life.
I took one semester of home ec though. Semester that they were doing baking.
Oh, no, I was going to say, is that when they taught you how to make chili? Oh, you guys, PDawg makes the best chili I've ever had. Well, except for my mom. It's true. Look at that, personal economics. Our kids didn't have that. Oh, now I'm really curious. How old are you?
Okay, so the person in front of us bought like there was 500,000 left in that last sale. He came up like,
Or maybe It's not even how old are you? Well, what school district were you in?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I was right behind him. So then I bought the box. So I got last sale around 500. And retail 1,000.
I recently came across the rooster that I made in Metal Shop.
Yeah.
Mom kept it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like,
I'll tell you what,
but so I was like,
I was not very patient.
and then you said something to me about, hey, if you're gonna stay late, you might not.
No, because I try to be soldering something, and then the other one would unsolder.
It cost me $28.
It took me a long time. Fucking beat.
Super cheap. And $11 to come back. Yeah.
No, this livery at 7th grade, they made chili.
Don't ever go down to Korea like that.
It's funny.
Hey, Wikipedia, welcome back. The Wolf Pit? I don't know what Duke's mayonnaise do.
It's a brand in the East and South. Like, you know how people
We
here,
have Hellman's.
people here swear by Hellman's. In some parts of the country, they swear by Duke's.
And now I need to know why.
Good mayonnaise.
Huh?
Good mayonnaise.
I know, but now I need to know it for myself. My pancake is hitting the spot. How's your tot?
Good.
They have good tots.
Yes, they do. But I am full. Duke's is way better than Hellman's.
I've never had Duke's.
Maybe.
Have you had Duke's?
I have not.
Well, then you can't say.
That's why I said. I'm
So
like,
we're going to have to go on Amazon
Oh, and order some Duke's.
and order some Duke's. Absolutely. And then we'll have to tell Duke's that Patrice recommended it.
Okay.
And then maybe they'll send her a free one.
As someone who lives in South, Duke's is used here a lot. Born in Michigan, I only trust Miracle.
Homemade spam? What?
Dude. We're not doing.
No, spam is from here. We're the original spam.
Spam is a Minnesota product. Thank you.
That's right.
Shoot, don't be making so many spam.
Oh, my blueberry. Keep her down. Oh, Build at Liberty. Okay, but Miracle Whip has seasoning in it. And it's not as versatile.
Miracle Whip is a salad. No, I'm good. I'm just full.
No, I want a box.
Okay, he does. I'm just full.
Tasting all that.
Are you gonna eat it?
No, but you will later.
I might.
What? You're full eating my pancake.
That's the part that doesn't have blueberry. That's dessert.
Oh, Teresa, that's what I do because I don't have Dukes.
Wait, what do you do?
Thank you. So is Duke's mayonnaise actually more like Miracle Whip?
Duke's is mayonnaise. Miracle Whip is a salad dressing.
Like a salad dressing, right?
Yeah.
And it's already seasoned.
Well, it has vinegar in it. It's
And it has like little paprika, I think, in it.
Yeah, thank you.
Or something. It's not straight up mayo.
No, it's made from. I don't mind Miracle Whip on sandwiches.
But not when you're trying to do a dip.
No, don't make, yeah. Or you can kind of make coleslaw dressing with Miracle Whip.
Lutefisk? You know what? It's
Wait,
like a Norwegian Swedish thing. Lutefisk.
Who asked about Lutefisk? Oh, Wikipedia did. I'm way behind here. No wonder.
I know. What's the matter with you? I'm in front of you.
Yeah.
No, lutefisk is like a Norwegian Swedish thing, isn't it? Isn't it Norwegian? I remember seeing the pictures of the fish hanging to dry. And
Hey,
shit.
CW, I just saw you here.
This time I wanted to make mayo, but it's spoiled.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh my god, that's funny. Ren and Igor live in Minnesota as well. I'll know them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta try this Dukes.
Okay.
We
Now
can
you-
get it off Amazon.
Are you done?
Now she's obsessed with Duke mayonnaise.
Hey, what's up, Zach?
Oh, you're good.
Have breakfast.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, thank you.
I know. Well, they don't get up at noon. Breakfast is
Wait, what? Oh.
Oh, they're on YouTube.
You're
Okay.
probably 10 minutes away.
You can probably order on Amazon too. It'll be like getting some exotic food from another place.
Well, you can go over to my place, give you the code, you can walk in and make yourself at home and let the dogs out for me. Oh, well, yeah, let me know. Yeah, call me when you're leaving.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sit down because so I'm gonna shut down the stream just because we have things to do this afternoon. Well, I have things to do.
Yeah, call me when
I know.
Well, she has things to do too. It involves
sounds
eyeballs.
good.
It involves eyeballs.
You mean holding down the couch
She's
with
gonna-
my butt?
She's gonna hold down the couch and use her eyeballs to watch. What are you watching there?
Well, right now it's going to be the rest of Riverdale. I already
Riverdale. That's what she's
part of
watching.
if you're into psychological, or what was that? Psycho
Serial killers.
Yeah, serial killers. You is a very entertaining serial killer thing.
One of the house bloody nights.
It's on Netflix. I don't know, it's just,
Get a
well,
discount if you have to make it yourself.
psycho entertainment.
Right? Should be. Should. Well, I think the
Oh, you're not eating?
You're full. Anyway, you guys, thanks for hanging out with us. It was fun. Again, I love this.
All right. So anyway, I'll be as normal Monday through Friday, the Morning Night Live, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and random other stuff here and there. Thanks for being here. Time to go. My name's PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here. Bye bye. What the hell's going on? Oh. I'll do something.
Are they still getting this? Texting? Stop. Wait.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, they'll still get it for a second.
They're saying,
Yeah, okay.
it's still going, he said.
I know. I
I know
can't.
because I had to finish. Hang on. Don't stop it yet. hang on. Don't stop it. Hang on, let me put a laugh on there. I had to finish, okay. Okay, now you can stop it.
There's something wrong with it. That's the problem.
Hang on.
I can't get it turned off. That's the problem. Great to see you, Paul.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, there's something wrong with Streamlabs. That's a problem. Yeah, this says I'm still going.
Marty, look to the right. That guy.
Oh,
I've
hey!
seen you since the Sorensens.
Hundred.
You still know them 152 years ago.
Sure.
50,000 years ago.
How are you guys?
You're doing well.
Living the
Life is
dream.
good. Yeah, I was going to say, you get to have pancakes and mimosas at the Goddamn Bar.
And live stream and
Oh my
If I
gosh.
can get the damn
You're
thing to
doing it
shut
all.
off.
Oh, you're live streaming?
Well, yeah, I am.
Oh shit, that's me.
Yes, that would be you.
What the hell?
I'm having a hard time shutting it down.
Oh, I
because
love it. What are you
my
live streaming?
software's not working. Just
That guy looks familiar. I'm like, that's me and you.
right.
so he has a YouTube channel that he streams every morning, Monday through Friday, and then on Saturdays we'll come up here and do a live stream with his followers,
Wow.
and we just kind of hang out. He's
Are you an influencer? I do know what that term is.
Yeah,
no,
no.
I
Not
just,
yet?
No,
No,
I,
he's just a guy, but we come up here, and he can only show my right shoulder.
Yeah, there we go.
Because
There's rules?
Yeah, I'm not. But then
They won't shut
we
up.
met a guy named Jake today, and so he was on the show for a while.
Oh my
But it's
gosh.
just kind of random.
How fun.
Right?
Well, it's just
all
fun.
right, well, I'm just gonna shut down my.
Nothing wrong with that.
So he has a lot of followers. I don't know why, but they're from Australia, Canada.
Well, you know, he is
London.
royalty.
They probably know about his bloodline.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yep. See?